Is there anything that beats the joy of closing a client through a referral?
For me.
Yeah, for you. Oh, okay. For you, which one?
I called me on a Friday.
After a long week.
Baada ya kazi.
I don't think I will disagree much. but I mean, for a person who is involved in doing sales and marketing, so to say, I think it's normally a very ecstatic moment when you get your existing client referring a customer to you and they actually close. Now, there's this customer we closed through a referral. He's in consulting for energy, green energy, solar industry. And I mean, we'll be covering him as a case study today. We did for him 2 things, which we feel like we were pretty much successful at it. So first, he wanted a redesign for his website because he was restructuring his business to now, like the solar installation to purely now doing consultancy more of around personal brand.
Yeah.
And number 2, he wanted to track analytics, the website traffic, because for him, he's very niched down. He targets very specific type of clients and his audience is very specific. So we went through that whole journey and I think we just felt like it's good we just highlight him as a case study and how we got to meet him, onboard him, and all that. So anyway, done. I think you remember this.
Yeah.
Early last year.
Earlier last year.
I think around February last year. Yeah. So I remember when we went for our first meeting.
Yeah, I mean.
And it was more of everybody is assessing the other. I mean, how would you describe that meeting, the first meeting, and maybe how even people can, I think there are things we did right, and that's how we closed the deal. I think it was the first impression.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I remember. I mean, of course, being a referral, it was a referral from even. Another. A good client from us. So, I mean, when you get to that first meeting, I mean, you want to do the best, of course. You don't want to break the trust which this other referral, this other client, which they put on you. So I remember, of course, we tried our best to try to listen to.
First is dressing well.
That should be. No brainer, of course. Must show up. Show up dressing well, of course. You are meeting because a referral most of the times, of course, is like. It's like you almost convert. So it's already like a confirmed.
Yeah, if you fumble a referral, you must be terrible.
Yeah, you must be very terrible. So but of course, they must feel that you understand. Of course, you understand the problem they have, and of course now already have on your fingertips a roadmap of how you'll take them to the next level, how you'll solve their problem. I remember when we went there, there was quite. He was moving of course, moving to a all new rebranding. It was rebranding, so there was a lot to look at. Changing the domain of the website, transferring emails. So we had to actually even trying to take some of the tasks which were beyond even the scope, just to make the onboarding easy and make them feel that they are in the right hands. Yeah. So then, of course, another thing I think which also. Especially when you know that this referral because I remember for him he wasn't sure of how to even structure the new website. So you have to be there. You have to guide them to know exactly how to get to the best version they want to achieve. So quite a lot, but still have to be very. Also, you have to be very. Clear in terms of also. how do I put it? Just go to their level, because you don't assume that they know they know what you did to the other to the
Other
client who
client,
referred you. So you have to be just pick it up like a whole new deal. Yeah. So
for me, I think I remember like it was, I think that first meeting, and then just getting to understand his requirements. The good thing is he was very direct with what he wants.
for sure.
And also he had the previous website, which I think was good, because at least there are things that are there. There's at least a logo. He knows his font.
Exactly.
There are things he already knows how he wants them. I think the difference is when sometimes you have a client who doesn't have nothing like this, nothing even just to build upon. So it made, I think, the referral much easier.
Much easier.
And I think that's something we normally say, like with referrals, is the client will refer you their type. So I mean, the existing client was already a very good client, easy to work with, who understands what they need. So they brought exactly kind of same. So we understood the requirements. We sent a proposal. I remember him saying like, "Oh, the other vendors we will evaluate you alongside other." Like it wasn't still a sure bet.
Exactly.
So I love the fact that we still have to put our best foot forward and deliver. So then after they were like, "Okay, we went with your proposal," and they picked us. Then there was now the framework to work, which is first they do a deposit, and then from there we exchanged documents on. We didn't even actually like sign a contract. Sometimes in these setups, you're just riding on trust. I mean, I'll be honest. We still work up to today, and everything works pretty well. It just everybody meets their end of the bargain. Like you'll pay this, and this is what you deliver, and we deliver, and even beyond. So I remember, we didn't sign any contract, and then they paid us deposit. We started working. There was now framework. You exchange now templates to collect the information that you want from them to help you work. So after you exchange templates, they give information, and then you kick off the work. Now you start implementing. You give like first version of the website. They review, they give feedback, and then you go back and forth through a couple of review meetings, and then eventually they approve. I think for this client it was very special. I think it was a special case because, I mean, they're an engineer, but also they're a musician, they're an artist. So and they wanted us to incorporate both, and also he has other hobbies. So it was a very unique situation, and now you have to work with them to see how you merge that messaging, because now also they want to focus on their personal brand, so they want to bring their personal life into the picture. So it was very interesting, and we delivered successfully. The audience he wanted to appeal to is first his clients, but also students, interns. He also wants to mentor upcoming engineers. So very interesting, cool project. I mean, we delivered the website successfully, and then we had to do the monthly now engagement where we're tracking the analytics and all these things. I mean, you are pretty much involved in. I feel like this was more of your project in the sense that you did the website, and also now you deal with the client every month to deliver analytics and the insights and the intelligence around improvements and all that. So maybe you can give us more. How was it like now delivering the real work? And
I think, I mean, to start with, of course, any new project, especially if it's a unique one, of course, there is always a lot to learn. I mean, as you figure out how to first, merge, like two almost separate, interests in one site. So, like for him, it was, so say the energy bit, the consulting bit. Then now you have the music, and all of these, all the two of them have to, they have to be call to actions, and they have to make sense in the right way. So, I mean, there was a lot to learn. The arrangement of the website, setting up the call to actions, and now, of course, eventually definitely optimizing. I mean, there was quite actually. I remember even. The graphics were also quite. They were. Yeah, I remember there were resources on. PDF resource books which were quite. Because you can't really host huge files on. The same place, just the website, because of you have to look at the optimal speeds of the website. So you have to figure out where do you host the files for them to be accessible through the website. There was a lot to think about and learn. But eventually we got it right, and he was very impressed. Then now we moved over to the other bit of now tracking the monthly traffic from the website. Also another good learning experience, because for different industries and for different scenarios, the traffic, the metrics are not the same. Because for him, he was interested in I need to see how many people are just seeing the website, and people are clicking, how many people are returning, which pages are they visiting. Like for example, on the music page, I think he was very curious on that, because I wanted to see like how many people, like he has albums, so many people were clicking on the album, downloading. So it was a very custom kind of a setup, but at the end of the day, we were able to set it up well for him. Of course, another thing, the monthly observations, of course, you have to be very specific, because we used Lucas Studio for the dashboard, for the data dashboard, and I remember there are things which these analytics tools will give you. General, like you're getting the bounce rate, you get the traffic sources, you get things like of course, the keywords, the landing page, metrics. Which pages are being visited more, and all that. The active times for different visitors. So for some of those would not make sense for such a scenario, because it was very specific. So try to structure the very specific metrics he wanted. And then, of course, now another key thing, of course, which is very important, was how you present the observations. For every month you'll see patterns. So how you present the observations to the client also, to him, really mattered. They have to align to what he wants, what he's interested in. Because like for him, he wasn't interested in like things like when are people visiting my website. Because of course he has potential visitors from all over the.
It's a big name in the
Yeah,
industry.
exactly.
Very big.
So for him, visiting times, because anyone can be online anytime. Around the globe. So that one is a metric which you could not really factor in the observations. Then after picking the correct observations, of course, that is in terms of the metrics. Now you now have to we are giving now the recommendations, the actionable items. Now, after seeing this pattern in the traffic, what should they do to improve or even get the best out of what has happened in the previous month? So again, we were also able to keep on. I remember we have beyond now doing the website the very first time and launching it. There have been improvements in terms of the website, the layout, the graphics, the content. So all these ones we're able to pick from this the dashboard, the data. So now, depending on the metrics which are important to the client, now you're able to pick the correct actionable items and now use them to improve and make the website work for them. So I think that one was also another key learning point. Knowing exactly what metrics do you give to this particular client. I think that the same thing applies to any other business. Not every metric will work for every. There are no standard metrics. Every use case has its own metrics, and they have to align with the objectives of that particular client to make sure that you are giving them what they need, what really matters.
I think it's relating the standard metrics to the specific use case, basically. So I mean, I think we can't talk enough of this use case. I think it was an interesting journey. We worked with
and we still
this client. I mean, he works for some of the biggest entities like World Bank. Like he consults for them around solar projects, and we're happy to be of value. So I mean, if you also want to experience this value, reach out to us, and we would deliver the same for you. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.